Hi everyone and welcome to my channel where I practice my English speaking skills. And it's day 21 of my speaking challenge. Um, it's a it's a real pity that I don't uh, make my videos every day. I'd really like to, but hmm, how do I say it? It's pretty difficult for me to make a room for it in terms of time. What I mean by that is hmm, it comes in the way of my studying routine, and sometimes I lack time to make a video because I tend to bury myself in my books. So it looks like that. But today's topic is all about mobile phones. So there are four questions in this section. So let me start with the first one. Have people become telephone addicts? Hmm, with all honesty, I have to say that it's difficult to imagine a person that's not addict to their phone nowadays, especially when you think about a young person, young adults, teenagers, etc. Because these days you get your first phone, mobile phone, like in the age of 5, 6. Uh, you can see children everywhere with their phones, and I really think that they are better with the technology than I am. So, and they become addicts, because your phone has so much to offer when it comes to the entertainment. Um, it's more entertaining than anything, really, because when you have a choice between grabbing your book and spending some time reading, and and on the other hand, you can scroll your TikTok. For most of us, the answer is obvious. They are going to choose TikTok, Instagram, or your Facebook. And those things can be really addictive. They are designed this way, but maybe it's a topic for another video. So I tend to think that more and more people become addicted to their phones. Actually, I consider myself an addict to my phone. All I mean by that is it's too harsh. Sometimes I have a tendency to being too harsh to myself. I'm not an addict because I'm YouTube free for more than 2 weeks, and I don't have any withdrawal symptoms. So I'm YouTube free. I mean by that that I don't spend the time watching content. Um, all the time that I spend on YouTube is all about posting videos. So it doesn't really count, does it? So yeah, moving on. What do people use the telephone for nowadays? Um, they use their phones for anything, or everything, I should say, because you can do everything with your phone. You can make calls, you can send messages. Um, the phones that don't have access to the internet are extremely rare these days. So actually, when I was younger, I had my phone with an internet access, but I didn't use it for making calls or sending messages. And it was for a long time. I don't know where I'm going with this. Never mind. But you can. What I want to say is that you can use for your phone for so many things other than doom scrolling. For example, during my whole life, I've read many books on my phone. I finished one recently, and funny as it may sound, it was about mobile phones and the influence of the new technologies on our brains. The book was titled, give me a second. I need a second to remember the title of the book. It was Stolen Focus by, I don't remember the name of the author, but the book is great and I highly recommend it. It's a pretty short book, but it contains plenty of useful information about the impact of the technology. And to say it briefly, the technology, social media in particular, have completely devastating influence on your brain. As the title of the book goes, it's Stolen Focus. And I decided to quit YouTube because I wanted to get my focus back and to get some time that I spent on YouTube. And it looks like when I don't watch content on YouTube, I have so much free time to spare. So I started reading books on a regular basis, and I'm YouTube free for 2 weeks now, and it's great. It's a great experience. It sounds weird to me at this point that how could I have spent so much time on YouTube? But as you might have already guessed, my biggest hobby is learning English, and that's where the trap is, because YouTube can offer you so much content that can come in handy when you learn English, and it can be tricky because you have a feeling that you feel that you are doing something productive, but in reality, it's not the case at all. You are wasting your time just scrolling and watching content because let's face it, in most of the cases, you don't watch YouTube videos till the end. And the more time you spend on the platform, the more difficult it is for you to focus on the thing you're watching. And this app is designed this way to distract you. It's a great subject. I will definitely make a video on this in the near future. But moving on, because I went into digressions. I don't know if that's a real phrase in English, but who cares? I don't. So, the third question. Could you live without a telephone? I hate to admit it so much, but I couldn't. For example, the first thing that comes to my mind, I'm using my phone to make this YouTube video and all my YouTube videos. And to be frank, I bought a new one recently with a high quality camera because my first videos were recorded on my laptop camera. And the quality of the videos were terrible, to say the least. So I still lack. I don't know how it's called in English. It's the thing similar to a selfie stick, but you put it on the ground. You put your phone there and you can stand or sit in front of your camera and with some light. I need to order it, but I'm putting it for later. Yeah, it's high time for me to do it, and it's high time to start treating my YouTube seriously, to make better quality videos. But first things first, I need to improve my English, so to get some fluency. And I firmly believe that I'm on the good way. But moving back, getting back to the subject, I couldn't live without a phone because it has so much to offer. And when you are wise with this tool, you can learn loads of things. You don't have to use your phone for entertaining yourself. It's magic, to be honest, in some way. Your phone has so much to offer that I would never be able to quit this opportunity. But I need to be wise about it. It can be sometimes tricky and it has so many pitfalls for you to fall in. When you put a phone in unprepared hands, it can lead to addiction because your phones, your apps in particular, are designed for you to get addicted, to develop addiction or become an addict. Never mind. I hope you get the point. So, yeah, it's about it. I couldn't live without a phone, and I could be wrong, but I do think that I do feel like no one, I mean, no young person can live without a phone. The generation of our parents and grandparents, by all means, they can do without a phone, but for a young person, and especially for a digital native, it's a non-starter. That's not an option for them. Moving on to the last question for today's video. What would happen if our telephones no longer worked? Hilarious as it may sound, I have a feeling that it would be a complete disaster for millions and millions of people all over the world. And we will have millions of people with withdrawal symptoms from their phones. Their hands would go like, yeah, you know what I mean. And they would be distracted. It would be a complete disaster, the end of the world for some of them. But they will get used to it one day. They would need to learn to live without it. It's what I'm trying to do, really, to reduce my screen time to almost nothing. I need my phone at my work, so quitting phone for good is not an option. But I would move on if our phones stopped working. I mean, globally, all over the world. It would hurt me, but I would move on after a while. So, to sum it up, mobile phones are extremely important in this day and age for millions of us, and the number of phone users keeps rising. And I don't see any point that the trend would go the other way around. It's an extremely important tool, and it has so much of opportunities to offer, but you need to be cautious about it, because it has so many pitfalls, so many traps that you can fall in them. You can do pretty much anything with your phone, but on the one hand, but on the other hand, it can ruin your life. I don't want to exaggerate, but it really can when you become addicted to your phone. But it has so much to offer. All right, let's call a halt to it and see you in the next video. Bye for now.